Hi guys, welcome to this episode of ST Ownership. Today I'm going to be cleaning up the tailpipes on the ST3. It's the stock back box that came with the car. I've only owned the car now for 2 weeks, but it looks like the tailpipes have basically never been cleaned. So what I'm going to do is give them a good old scrub. So after a bit of research and watching a few videos online myself from different people, I've had a lot of different opinions on the best way to kind of clean your tailpipes and get them back to scratch. So what I'm going to go with is I'm going to go with some Windoline as a bit of a degreaser. Next thing I did was I went into my local bright orange car shop and picked up an exterior detail brush. This one's quite rough, it's plastic bristles, but I figured that would be quite good for getting inside the ends because there's a lot of carbon deposits built up in there. So I figured that would be good just to get in there, and it hopefully shouldn't cause much damage or scratching or anything like that in there. Again, I'm not sure whether that's a big deal on the inside of the exhaust, but again, I'd quite like to keep it, you know, scratch free if possible. So I picked up that. Next thing I picked up were these scouring pads. Preferably, I've found online it's maybe best to use them without the soap, so what I plan to do is kind of give them a good rinse before I use it, just to get rid of a lot of the soap that comes with it, because it can be quite slippy and slidey. Makes it a bit harder to get the actual scouring, especially to get the hard carbon off. So some of those. And finally some metal polish. This again, clearly, obviously, it's a chrome metal polish. Chrome, aluminium, stainless steel, brass and copper, and it's really just to obviously shine them up and get them looking good. Let's get on with it. Right guys, so as you can see, the exhaust pipes aren't exactly in the best condition at the moment. They're by no means past it or anything, they just need a good clean up, so that's exactly what we're going to do here. What I've done is I've basically got a Brillo pad here that I've basically soaked in water, got most of the soap off. It's all over my hands, but it's mainly all in a basin of water that I've got. And really I'm going to do is just, yeah, pipes are nice and cold. That's one tip actually, make sure your pipes are nice and cold. What we're going to do is just get right in there, right in the pipes, and just give them a good old scrubbing. See if we can get some of that carbon off. And it is coming away, but it's not going to happen instantly. It's pretty tough, it's really stuck in there. Don't know if you guys can see that in there, but it is coming eventually. I'm going to have a wee attack at it now with a brush as well, to see if I can get that to do any more, because the scouring pad is doing a really good job, but this might just help, you know, loosen off any other stuff. Now, I've never done this with an exhaust pipe before. So, if you've never done it either, then you're doing it with me for the first time. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think you have to do everything for the first time. So what I'm going to do is just give this a wee wipe off just now and just get rid of some of the soap, because the soap's actually making it quite slippy, which is meaning I'm not actually getting as much off as I could be getting off. And already that's looking great, isn't it? I mean, that's just a bit of polishing with a scouring pad. That's before I've not even done any polish on that yet. And guys, that's us at about halfway kind of mark here. And already you can see a kind of improvement on what it was before. So I'm just going to keep attacking this now with a Brillo pad, and I'll show you basically when it's all polished up. But it's getting there. It's definitely getting there. I mean, you can see some of the little details. Try and get a bit closer in for you. Right around those edges there. It's just getting a bit of that and cleaning up the inside, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Hi guys, as you can see, we've finished the exhaust pipes now. Sorry I didn't really get to do much filming of it. I'm still getting used to the general public watching me film videos actually. Some really hard bits here. I don't know if I can get right in there, but there's some really hard bits that I can't get off, but I'm not going to give up on them. I just don't have time today to finish them off. Again, you can see in there's a wee bit. It actually looks like there's a kind of weld in there. I don't know if that's maybe where the roll's been welded in, or it might just be a massive build-up of carbon in there, but I really can't get that off right now. But what I've basically done is done a good cleanup of everything and polish the pipes, and they look far better than they did before. So like I say, basically what I've done is sprayed them both with kind of Windoline, give them a bit of a degrease. On the first one I rinsed the scouring pad, kind of got most of the soap that comes with it off. On the second one I just went with it because in fairness they were that dirty that they could have done with some soap anyway. So yeah, that's what I did first of all. Sprayed them with some Windoline, give them a polish, get some grease off it, and then just really went at it with the Brillo pad. Gave them a good wipe off with a cloth, and then went in there and attacked it with a polish, gave it a good buff, and I think they're looking really good. Left the ground nice and messy, but I think they're looking really cool actually. And you can see the colour of the water. That's just from doing 2 tailpipes. I mean, crazy. Love it. And the brush was good as well. I got in there. I used that a couple of times just to get on the insides, which I've done again as much as I could have done, but there's still a bit of mess in there. But that's for tidying up later. Anyway guys, thanks for watching the video. Look out for the next one. See you soon.